Welcome to part 2 of SSF Sharpening Systems. Lesson 1, most important lesson is theory. If you don't understand the theory behind sharpening knives, you're going to get really bad results that don't work, that really don't cut anything, or that cut what they shouldn't be cutting, and you'll get frustrated and quit. All a knife is a piece of metal. Just imagine your knife looking straight down the point. If you're looking down the point like that, we're looking at the cutting edge. The average factory knife is straight down the edges, ground. It looks kind of like this. It's not very clean. It's rounded off on the end. It can't cut very much. A really poor sharpening job is going to look like that. We don't want to do that. We want something nice and clean. In the end, our goal is going to be something like this. You want a nice, clean facets on the knife. These are your facets on both sides. We'll call these a facet. You want these facets clean all the way down right here to a nice sharp edge. You don't want them rounded off like this or ground in or scratches all up and down the side. A nice smooth facet all the way down. See that 25-degree facet? It's the same on both sides, nice and clean all the way. Your first step will be learning to do clean facets. Once you can do clean facets, then we're going to work on bifacets and trifacets, which is even much better. When we do a bifacet, we're going to do this. You'll have two clean facets, and then at the very end, they will cut in just a little bit steeper, like that. So you get the benefit of a long, smooth, shallow facet, the durability of a steep facet at the end. You can't really see it on this knife, but that's 25 degrees and that little 64th of an inch. See that haze? That steps in an extra 5 degrees. So we have a 25-degree angle, then it steps in an extra 5 to 30 degrees on the end. So you get the durability of that 30 degrees, you get the smooth cutting effect of this 25 degrees. You get the best of both worlds with that. And then later, to make it even better, if you're doing kitchen knives and things like that, we'll do all three. There's your knife. We'll have our primary facets, which is here, secondary facet at the end. Then we're going to knock off these edges about 3 to 5 degrees less than the primary facet. So you have a edge of your knife, a little bit of a step, a long facet, another step. Now on this one, I don't believe I did that. Yeah, I did actually. So there's a nice smooth roll off. If you're cutting meat or tomatoes or anything, you get the durability of the 64th of an inch, the wedge effect of the main facet here, and then you get the roll off effect onto the actual machine facet of the knife right there. So that's basically the three starts there. We have a first degree facet, second degree facet, tertiary facet. Generally on a knife, we'll try and make this about, we'll call it 20 degrees for right now. And on the end here, we can make that one 25 degrees, which means this little one right here will be about 22 degrees. So you can see what we're doing. The whole goal is to keep a real consistent steep angle off the edge, get a rounding from the machine, the original machining of the knife, smooth facet down, step it in a little bit at the end right here, so you get the best of all worlds. The knife looks really good. It's really razor sharp on the end there. You can shave hair off your arm or anywhere. I'm running out of hair to shave off here. You get the durability because it steps in on the end there. It looks nice and clean. You have a roll off. There's nothing sharp on the edge there. So our goal is going to make it get to this point where you can go from a rough, scratchy knife that looks ugly, that has, you know, scratches all the way up and down the edge like this. It's been ran over several different rocks and stones until it's ugly. It's all rounded around. It won't cut anything. We're going to avoid doing that and get you to a nice professional edge like this, which you can use for your standard pocket knife, a regular straight edge knife. You can do your kitchen scissors. You can do your gardening tools, your wife's butcher knife in the kitchen, any shears, any scissors you want. You can basically sharpen anything. And we'll move on to step 2 next.